Hello, hello, hello. I am very excited because finally Grasshopper 2 has been released. Well, not really. It's Grasshopper 2 Alpha, and it's a public testing release by David. So there was this post yesterday that started floating around in the Rhinoceros forums, Cosmos, I guess. And at first I thought that it was an April Fool's joke, but apparently it's not. Apparently it has been released. So we have the first kind of hands-on, we'll be able to kind of hands-on test out Grasshopper 2. And that's what we're going to do in this video. So I would suggest kind of you also going through this post and just checking up what's new, but I will try to cover most of it in the video itself. Just a few notes before we begin. If you want to test it out yourselves, you can, as long as you have a working Rhino 7 license. So as long as you have Rhino 7 installed, you will need to install Rhino 8 WIP work in progress version, which you can access just through this address right here, right? And only here will you be able to get Grasshopper 2 up and running, right? So Rhino 8 is where it's going to be at. So once you have downloaded this, load the program, right? Load Rhino 8. I will not be calling it WIP or VIP or whatever. I'll just call it Rhino 8. And then run package manager. Package manager. There you will need to tick mark include pre-releases, tick mark this, and search for Grasshopper 2. There it is. You select it, you install it, and you'll have it, right? So this is a very early version, right? This is an alpha version, which means that it's going to lack functionality, so you will not be able to use it for any kind of a production work, right? You will stick to Grasshopper 1. Keep in mind, you will be sticking to Grasshopper 1 for a while, right? Until Grasshopper 2 kind of has a full set of tools that Grasshopper 1 had. And one more thing, no plugins and no previous scripts that you had in Grasshopper 1 will transfer to Grasshopper 2 because it's a complete rewrite. Meaning that, you know, this is a completely kind of new system, right? It's gonna take a while for Grasshopper 2 to catch up, but I guess that's fine. I will be doing a lot of tutorials on it, you know, in the both midterm and long-term future. So get subscribed, I guess. To run it, you just type in G2 and hit enter, and it's gonna load in. So I suggest if you have the possibility to do so, just install it, test it out yourselves, and write anything that comes to mind, any issues that you experienced or any functionality that you are missing, write it in the forums. Ask for it, because this is the time to ask for things that you want to see in Grasshopper 2. So just do that, please. This will help making the program even better. So in terms of user interface, you can see that it's kind of similar, right? We have ourselves our nice little viewport. As I zoom in, I can actually, in the bottom here, I can see the percentage of the zoom. That is nice because, well, actually the grid also helps with the zoom, but once we have zoomed out so much, then it's not as good, right? Then the grid kind of stops working, and at that point we start using the percentage. So that's a nice little improvement. If I should move my camera just a little bit up. Just a second. There we go. So that's one thing. Another thing is I noticed that there are still some issues, some optimization that needs to happen. For instance, the viewport refresh rate is not that great, considering that I'm running this on a RTX 3080. So that probably will need to be improved. Anyway, let's look at the nodes, I guess. That's what we're here for. So first of all, the functionality here is there's not a lot of stuff that we have here. I expect that this will increase over time, but for now, all we can do is just kind of test it out. So let's, in perspective view, I'll just kind of create a few little things. Can we create a curve? Yeah, at least we can create a curve. So I will just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5 points. I will double click here to, good thing that this works. I'll double click and I'll type in point. Okay, great. At least the command names are the same. Well, we'll know for sure later, but at least now they're the same. Point, the icon is also the same. But what is here? Okay, so the logic stays the same, right? But the visuals have been updated quite a bit. This is not orange anymore. Instead, it has this kind of a straight line here with a little triangle saying this object contains one warning. And it probably is that, yeah, it has no data. Sure. Let's reference it. So I assume I just right click on it. Ooh. By the way, this is the first time that I'm seeing this as well. Just so that you know, right? It's not like I've opened it up before. So this is a first time look for me as well. Okay. So this is completely different. Let's see how we can do this. Okay, so first of all, you can change the name of this. My points. Okay, that's how it does it. That's good. Then you can clear set one. Okay, so this is like setting the points. Set one, set many, set constraint. Replace all persistent data with a collection of constraint points. I have no idea what that means. Internalize, sure, we had that, and edit. Okay, so let's set up a few points. So right click, set multiple points or set many, and hello? But I can't select my points here. Oh, wait, pick the next point, reference equals no. So I assume here we need to say reference yes, and then I can pick the points. Okay, gotcha. That's weird. And once I hit enter, all of these are now referenced in here, as you can see. So it shows them in orange, sure. That's a very strange color. And also it shows us a little bounding box type of a thing. I wonder if the bounding box is... It is three-dimensional, right? So that's cool. Kinda, it shows us all of the range of all of the points. That's a nice little thing here. I like it. Okay, so let's clear these. Right click, clear, sure. And let's see if we can do it other way around as we used to do it in Grasshopper 1. So I select all of the points, right click here, and I choose to set many. And hit enter. Oh, so it doesn't work? Let's try again. These are all pre-selected, set multiple. Okay, so it doesn't transfer it anymore this way. I feel like that's weird. So we can only select one point at a time. Sure, I guess that forces you to be very kind of clear in the way of how you select things, but what if you have a lot, like a whole point cloud? I'll need to kind of investigate this further, because this might be a very yikes moment. Okay, next up, we have internalize and we have edit. What does edit do? If I click on edit, if I click on edit, okay, edit does nothing. What if I select a point and then I click on edit? Still nothing. What does the question mark do? Ooh. Okay, that's nice. So if we right click on the node, here you have the question mark where it kind of explains what the node does. That's a nice little thing here. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. You get another layer of kind of information about the nodes. But the edit doesn't work, or at least I have no idea how to make it work. Then we have solution enabled or disabled. Okay, so this is like calculation, right? You enable or disable it. Visibility, enabled, disabled. Well, the strange thing is that it still shows us the bounding box. So I guess the bounding box is for the whole, what if we move the points in Z direction. That is not how you write Z anymore. Let's see, world Z apparently, with amplitude of 10. Okay, how do you create a slider then? 10 dot dot 20. That is not dot dot. That is still an integer. And now it creates 11 items. Okay, so the shortcuts are all messed up, so it's completely different. Let's figure out, how do you create a slider? What if I do 0.5? So it's a number. Ooh, this is gonna be rough. Value, define one or more values with text input, number, line. So, and there is a slider. Okay, sure. It also gives us a small little arrow explaining what it does, but if I want to increase it, then I need to change it here, huh? From 10, 50, connect that here, and that goes in here. Okay, sure. So apparently the bounding box shows us the range of the whole Grasshopper script, you know, how much it kind of takes up. That's fine. I don't really like that I don't have the functionality of the old slider, you know, 25 dot dot 50, and it just gives me an integer that is, does slash slash work? Oh god, slash slash doesn't work. So is there a panel? Okay, at least panel exists. So that nice little shortcut. The hell is this? 25 is 5 squared. 26 is 2 times 13. 3 cubed. Like, it's cute and all, but do we really need this? So this would kind of be a criticism towards, you know, wasting time doing unnecessary things. But whatever. Sure, I'll need to kind of reinvestigate of how the shortcuts work. But anyway, let's go back to here. How do we? Oh, okay. So you get rid of the nodes or the helpers by just clicking on them. That's nice. Now I notice that in the bottom here we have a few more options that we can go through. So this is the file name that you can apparently, you know, you can save the files here. Then you have the solver. Does the solver? Gotcha. So we can log the solver and make changes, right? You make the changes and then you unlock the solver and then it recalculates. That's good. Then you have a check if the solution is completed or not. That's also good for large definitions. Then what's here in the bottom? Preview. Enable or disable the preview of the current document. Oh, okay, so you can hide everything. That's nice. Preview wires. Well, we'll see about that. Preview meshes. Gotcha. So you can kind of hide and unhide different things. I'm here with the mouse underneath my chin in the bottom, just so that you know. Then we have Windows Select Objects. Wait, let me check. Windows Select Objects. Enable or disable the inclusion of canvas objects in Windows selections. Okay. Okay. So basically, if this is turned off, you can't select objects like that, I guess. Sure. And then you have Windows Select Wires. Gotcha. So you can now select the... Wait, you can select wires now? Ooh. Okay. So if I select this and can I delete it? That's nice. That's nice. So you can just disconnect wires this way, just selecting them and disconnecting. That's cute. How fast does the wiring happen? So, can I just... Okay, so it's like 20% of the second, 200 milliseconds, something like that. Not bad. Not bad. That's what I would expect. Okay. So that's what we have so far, and let's see if we can just draw a curve. If I type in curve, I get all of these settings. Curve through points, that's I guess the one that we want. Point inputs, sure. Yeah, we get ourselves a curve that is indeed drawn through the points. Let's see, we can change the degree. And we can change the knot style. But is there like a NURBS? Yeah, there is a NURBS curve as well. So you can draw... What? Invalid inputs. What is this? Control points. Okay, so we select the wire and we delete it. But these are like 5 points, right? And it asks us for control points. And I connect it like so. And it's not happy. What if we just do it with the regular Ma points? It's also not happy. Is it because of the point weights? So that's awkward. Anyway, we ignored this. This should work automatically by just giving it points. It doesn't. At least interpolate points, interpolate curve works quite well. So we have that. Okay, sure. Next up, let's see. So we have our vectors, our point commands, we have our planes, fields. So there's I can already see that there's a few new commands or a few new nodes that we didn't have before, like Fibonacci square, Fibonacci disk, and so on. I will make tutorials on them for sure in the future, so just keep that in mind. Let's just create a few planes, or rather under curve. I guess it's going to be under analysis. No, it's not. Triangle, 3 points. Oh, there's going to be a lot of stuff to relearn. Just getting the information from here is gonna be not getting information, but kind of rewiring your brain to know where things are and how things are called. It's gonna take a while. Let's just see. Curve frames. Yeah, perpendicular frames. At least that is still there. Follows the curve for some reason only until the first point. Sure. Can we make the curve? How is it called? Not simplified. Reparameterize. I'm looking for reparameterize. Okay, so reparameterize curve. Okay, so there is no such thing here. And in terms of frames, curve loci for perpendicular frames, that goes up until 1, but it should go up until here, shouldn't it? So that doesn't seem like it's working the way it should be working. And the scroll wheel is not working to disable the preview of all of these. The space bar is not working. Okay. So we're kind of, yeah, we're kind of getting a few problematic things here. Solution, change. Okay, so here I can only change visibility. Here as well, here as well. Gotcha. And for the inputs, of course, we can change more. So back here, back to curve. What can we do? Or sorry, curve is here. Maybe the output has a way of how we can reparameterize. Yes, no, maybe. Yeah, that's a no. Gotcha. Let's unhide this and let's just see if we can play around with the previews. So no perpendicular frames for us, no nice little kind of logic. Let's extrude at least. There's no extrude. Oh no, surface, freeform. There is sweep. We could do sweep. Is there loft? Loft from Gravel. Create a surface interpolating the Gravel points. Loft from points, loft from curves. Okay, we can do a loft. Sure, let's do it that way. So we have a curve. So instead, we will just create a curve through the points and then we will move the curve like that. So we have this. We have two curves and then we create a loft between them like that. And let's just hope that shift works. That shift works. Shift does work and we get ourselves, okay, that's fine. That seems to be working properly. We get ourselves a loft. Nice. Okay, so double click this parameter to set multiple values. What? I have no idea what that means. Let's see. If we just do like a point and we double click it. Oh, okay. Got it. So apparently if you double click any node, you can immediately set up values. That's nice. So set up values for that node. But since we have wires here connected, it will not work. Okay, gotcha. And now let's look at the previews of it. So if I right click on the node here, there's nothing that I can change, but my loft, how does this work? So it doesn't show anything. Under display, is there display wires, display meshes? Okay, under view, show names. Okay, so we have, this is useful. You know, that the bifocals plugin that we had in Grasshopper 1, now it's just built in to Grasshopper 2. That's very nice. And then what else? Dark mode. Hello. Oh, yes, please. That's nice. Dark mode is super nice for your eyes. So I'll probably be using dark mode for quite some time. Also, as I zoom out, notice how the icons change? That is really helpful. So, I mean, honestly, I feel like the basics of it, the base is really good in terms of user experience. It's just that stuff doesn't work right and there's not enough functionality. But with time we will get there. Okay, so we have ourselves a loft. How do I... There's no way for me to control the color. But wait, I saw a color somewhere. Right click here. Oh, there's like color here. Can I just click on it? Like the outline of it changed. The outline color of it changed, but it didn't change itself. Oh, but see, as I'm kind of changing it, the color is changing. Okay. Accept and close. Sure. It's still gray and pink though, so I assume like these are gonna be now the default colors, right? And only the outline of the shape is going to be highlighted with the color that you purposely made. That's fine. And then we have analysis and we have volume, area. Yeah, we have all of these things. Sure. Sure. Okay, that's good. I won't. Or wait, do we have custom preview? Okay, so we don't have custom preview anymore, but perhaps there is like under display, under color. So color from RGB, sure. Or is there like there's a gradient, color to lab, and there's like time, sunlight, compute the position and direction of the sun at a given time on a given date. What about... Oh, and then you specify latitude and longitude. I'm gonna use this instead of the honeybee or whatever it's called, ladybug, instead of ladybug plugin. This seems to be pretty cool. Okay, so there's a lot of kind of cool stuff that I will be able to show, and also a lot of stuff that just doesn't work. I will need to figure these out. I'll need to figure out a lot of things before I can do tutorials, but like the beginning of it seems to be really cool. Again, download this. I won't go deeper. This is enough for me to see that I can't work on this yet. I can't use it yet, but I can just start investigating and seeing what is, what's useful, what's not useful, what kind of additional stuff I want. And I'll probably create either a Grasshopper forum post or just a reply in an existing thread with my perspective on it, my take on it. And I suggest that you do so as well. All of the links are going to be in the video description, so check those out. And yeah, hope you're as excited as I am for future potential of this Grasshopper 2. Okay. I'll see you in the next one shortly. Later.